easy. I think it makes sense to use them for specialized boss fights, but not just like casually. Oh, this is like a treasure. So I need some plants. I need Arenaria. And I need Celadine. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm smart, is I'm gonna go talk to the herbalist who is really far away. That sucks. She is an herbalist, so guess what she has around her hut? Is there anything around here? What is this place? Just some natural fortification. And then after I get Swallow Potion, I'm not too worried about food items anymore.
The plague! Damnation!
Yeah. See you there. Oh, he's out and about.
Greetings.
I don't think you can go into his hut. Yeah. If I get those herbs, by the time I get back, I think the Noon Wraith will be, What is here? Some useful stuff. I hope I don't get overburdened. Okay. Is this what I'm looking for? Yeah. Give me more of that. There's a lot of herbs of different types in this area. You will need it to make more and more potions and decoctions and bombs. And, you know, some of that stuff, yeah, it's useful. Especially on Death March. You're going, are you just stealing everything from the herbalist? Hey, I'm poor, and this is Death March, so yeah, I'm stealing everything from the herbalist. Yeah, there's so many herbs. I will use some of it. At a certain point, though, I can sell it. I don't usually sell it because I can't remember at what high-end potions are required. And it doesn't take up inventory space. You do not have what I'm looking for. Huh.
Bad time.
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets. The red bloom. Well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my brews can do to help.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes, a peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking, a few years ago we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Nilfgaard values one thing. Order. Griffin's disturbing that. It's gotta go.
Yes. First I'll tend to the monsters, then to the folk.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who's spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True. And you're in a hurry. Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
Quest updated. New quest on Death's Bed. Oops. Quest, yeah. The Beast of White Orchard. Find some buckthorn on the riverbed using your Witcher senses. And then, on Death's Bed. Brew a dose of Swallow Potion. Once again, Geralt had the near impossible choice to make, a choice between a greater and lesser evil. While preparing to hunt the griffin, he had come across one of the beast's victims, a simple peasant woman named Lena. She had been on her way to meet her lover when the griffin attacked. The beast had mortally wounded her. A Witcher's potion could save her life, or cause her to perish in agony. Do I have enough? One more. Okay. Oopsie daisy. I also need Aranea. Celadine is much more common. I'm actually surprised to not...
Everything's gonna be fine.
Ah. Well, that's one thing I can do. Once you brew this once, you're done. So that's one problem addressed.
Yes?
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there. How many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word, gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Actually, I want to sell honeycomb.
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
She's your herbalist, so that would be under this. So she will give you 7 crowns for that stuff. Dried fruit, damn. She's actually giving me good money for this. And for water, wow. Oh, I made her broke. Does she have anything? White gold. Dwarven spirit. I don't I'm gonna loot that stuff. I don't need to buy it. I have 649 gold. That's really good.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Quest updated. Alright, so this is now under completed. The Witcher decided to help Lena. Geralt then left White Orchard before he could learn the results of the risky treatment he applied. Soon afterwards, while visiting the Nilfgaardian garrison in Velen, he learned the woman had survived. The Imperial infantryman with whom she was to meet the ill-fated evening of the Griffin attack had brought her to a nearby village. Sadly, none of this denoted a happy ending. While the wounds on Lena's body had healed, the toxins in the Witcher's brew had melted her mind. This is not the first time a cure had been proven worse than the disease. So that spoils dialogue you'll have later, but it's okay. I just was not going to remember to read that otherwise. I actually got money. Venom extracts. Arenia? Wow. Cursed oil, that's nice. Oh, of sweat and blood. Of sweat and blood. A veil hangs between the world men see and the one they cannot. This veil blocks the dead from the view of the living, and the living from the view of the dead. Some mages can break through this veil and communicate with the dead, or else summon them to the world of the sun for short periods of time. This is the art known as necromancy. The dead can also break through the veil and enter the world of the living on their own, yet unlike the necromancers, in doing so they are not driven by reason and will, but by a thoughtless, irrational need. This need arises from powerful emotions such as regret, longing, or wrath. Very often these emotions gain their power by being invested in a material object by the dead individual while he or she is still new alive. The object most frequently so endowed, wedding rings, favorite toys, or the instrument used for the crime which sent the returned individual to the other world in the first place. And we got Noonwraith decoction. I also think it said Beast entry added Night Wraiths. Beast entry added Plague Maidens. God, she just gave me a bunch of crap. I have more reading to do. We can close this. Vectors. Night Wraiths. They are vulnerable against the same things. Night Wraiths exude this immense sadness, this helpless wrath. I fear them, same as anyone, but most of all I feel sorry for them. Align, Altspar, Elven Trobarits. Compared to the other creatures of the night, catechins, Necrots, and werewolves, for example, Night Wraiths and their rare cousin Dusk Wraiths might not seem all that dangerous. After all, one might ask, how much harm could a pale, withered woman in a tattered dress do? The answer, quite a bit. Instead of finding this out the hard way, avoid crossing fields and meadows at night at all costs. Like Noon Wraiths, Night Wraiths are only found in rural areas. Travelers fall victim to them most often. But if legends are to be believed, they also sneak into huts at times and murder peasants in their sleep. When they attack, Night Wraiths remain immaterial for most of the time, meaning physical blows pass right through them. They only take on more tangible form for the brief moments in which they strike. When weakened, they will create several projections of themselves which cannot attack directly, but act as transmitters of sorts, through which the Night Wraiths can sap their victim's vital energy. Night Wraiths can turn immaterial and are at such times very difficult to wound. In order to force one to take on corporeal form, trap it with a Yrden sign or hit it with a blast of a moon dust bomb. Do not believe the old wives' tales and think yourself completely safe from Night Wraiths during the day. They appear under the light of the sun as well, but are much weaker than after dusk. Which is interesting. Plague Maidens. Plague Maidens. Patients seem to have hallucinations of a woman covered in scabs and boils. With rats scurrying about all around her, these ravings subsided after administration of hebane and poppy extract. Joachim von Gratz's notes, Vilmerius Hospital in Novigrad. When plague ravages a region... Whoa, I just realized something. Joachim von Gratz. I think we're going to meet this guy. When plague ravages a region, a spirit will sometimes walk its lands, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones, and in whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether the spirit brings the pox with her, or is merely drawn to it like a moth to a light. Yet it is certain that she delights in dealing pain and suffering, in hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many have called into question the very existence of plague maidens, or peste, as they are sometimes called. Only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, both during times of raging epidemic. As the name Plague Maiden suggests, these wraiths take the appearance of females, though exactly why that is remains a mystery. Some speculate they, like other such specters, arise from the powerful emotional charge associated with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceded by a long and particularly painful illness. Not much is known about how to fight a Plague Maiden, though one can assume they possess many traits in common with other phantoms and wraiths. They undoubtedly pose a great danger, though a Witcher's immunity should at least prevent him from catching the contagious illness they carry. Don't worry, we'll get opportunities to deal with that. I'm still looking for Aranea. That's the last piece I need to feel safe tackling a wraith. I'm not exactly strong, and I don't have good gear. So you can get fucked up by a wraith, even if you know what you're doing. If you make like one misstep, the wraith eats your lunch. So, I want to come prepared, which is how you should play this game. You should play it like a Witcher. It'll make your life a lot easier. I can't. Peasant huts. I know there's a field full of this plant around here. I, for some reason, cannot find it. Dwarven Spirit is nice. I need stuff like Dwarven Spirit and other alcohol so I can brew potions. So you can replenish your potions, but you need that alcohol to do it. I think around here somewhere.
Witchers.
Here we go. This is what I need. This is a plant I need a lot of, so I might want to just loot the field. Here we go. What do I need for cat? I need water essence. I think I have to buy that, actually. Wolfsbane. There's probably some wolfsbane around here.
It's you. What's wrong with my phone?
Aranea is very valuable for quite a while, most of the game, because there's some late potions that need this plant. I will find plenty of wolfsbane later. Next, let's go back and do the double at the well. I am prepared, so let's do a Witcher contract. You can tell I don't like riding the horse because it interferes with environmental stuff. Like, there's going to be things you'll miss because you're riding your horse everywhere. And I like gathering things. It saves a lot of time later. Verbena is useful as well. You get a lot of rare plants. Here, okay. journey right on over there. Oh. Hello.
Whoa, got too close. And the bracelet.
It's around noon. That's why the noon light is here. I have to burn the bracelet.